guys, hi, I'm back. So we are going to do page 3, the front part now. And so for this, you're going to need to cut out, okay, I'm going to move these to the side. You are going to need to cut out a large flap, okay, that is 8 1/4 by 5 3/8, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch on your right hand side, okay. That is going to go on this part right here, okay, right on your right edge of your page 3, the front, okay. Then on the back of that flap, the large flap, okay, you're going to cut out 2 pieces that are actually going to be 4 1/2, and I forgot to change that. So they're going to be 4 1/2 by 6, okay, and these are going to be photo mats. Okay, and I had cut these out previously, so they are actually 4 by 6, but you're going to cut yours at 4 1/2 by 6. If you do that, like let's say you're putting together albums and you have some pieces that are 4 by 6, you can always take your extra strips, okay, the ones that are like 1 inch long or whatever, cut them, or cut your long strips down, because I know a lot of us have some very long strips like this, right, in our stash. So cut them at 1 inch and then score them down the middle, okay, and place them on the back of your 4 by 6 paper photo mats, okay. You can definitely do that, okay, and they work just as well as cutting your paper at 4 1/2 by 6 and then scoring it down at the 1/2 inch mark, okay. So so you'll want to do that, okay. If you have extras, if you just cut your paper at 4 1/2 by 6, you're going to go ahead and score that 1/2 inch on that side there, okay, on this side, just like you would regularly for a flap, okay. And so those will go ahead and mount right onto your, and this one's a little small, but that's okay because it's going to be covered up with our paper, right? So these, well, this is going to be upside down, but that's okay. So this is going to go like this here, and this one's going to go like this here, okay. Now we are going to go ahead and we're going to put a magnet on this, okay. And the reason we're going to put a magnet on this is because it has to, I want it to go ahead and fold closed like this, okay, just like that. So we're going to put a magnet here, and then we're going to put a magnet on this one right here, okay. So when we fold it all up, it will stay folded like this. Now this front part here is actually going to be 2 little pockets, okay. But actually, we're not going to make pockets for this. They're just going to be little tags that you can put in and slide in and out, okay. And so we're not going to actually make a pocket for, make pocket, but it's going to be from our pattern paper, okay. So we can go ahead and attach these here, okay, to our large piece here, okay, to our large flap. Okay, just like that. Alrighty. Okay, so there is that, okay, and these will close like this. All right, just like that. Okay, so just like that. And then this is going to go on this side here, and that's going to go right there. And for this, we're going to put a magnet here. So you'll need 2 magnets, okay. So go ahead and grab one of the magnets here. One here. These are really tight in there. Oh. Okay. Okay. And go like this. And we're just going to go ahead and stick one down. Okay, so we'll stick, whoops, I don't know what happened to that. Okay, so we're going to stick one here like that. Okay, take off this other one here. That, okay. And I guess I should have waited for that. I didn't think about that till just now. We need to glue this on first. So let's go ahead and glue this on. And I'm going to make sure that it's right in the middle and put that flap down. Okay. Make sure that it's even with the edge there. Okay. And then you can burnish that in. And then just burnish that in really good. Okay, just like that. And then you can go ahead and lay this down. Oh, you can go ahead and lay that down. And it should come up like this, okay? And so there we go. So that is how that is going to work. So it looks good, you guys. I'm so excited. So again, you'll have your two flaps here. Whoops, let me go ahead and scoop this over so you can see. You'll have your two flaps here on this side. It'll open up like this for pictures. It'll fold down and then it will close. So we can go ahead and start decorating. So you can go ahead and cut out your pages, your paper. Again, all of your base pages to fit on your paper will be like 9 3/4 by 9 3/4, unless I specify otherwise, like I did on page 2 in the front, where we cut that in half. Okay, we didn't need a whole sheet, and then we did the same thing here on page 1. Okay, so that's how that is going to go. So we're going to go ahead and put I'm going to cut all of my paper to cover my flaps and everything. And again, if you're leaving a 1-inch border, or not a 1-inch border, a 1/2 inch, oh my goodness. If you are leaving an 1/8 inch border, and if you are leaving a 1/4 inch border, okay, you'll want to go ahead and or cut your paper to the size of your mat to mat your flaps and stuff. Okay, so I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. So for page 3, the pocket part, you are going to measure the middle of this sheet right here, this piece of cardstock on your pattern paper. So before you put this down on the flap, the front part of your flap, you're going to measure the middle part of your mat, okay? And the middle part should be, and it depends on, you know, how big of a border you're leaving, okay? The middle part should be at around 3 3/4, somewhere around there. Okay, it should be your middle part. You're going to go ahead and place a strip of tape down the middle. You're going to go ahead and place, then you're going to go ahead and place a piece of tape on the bottom and then on 2 sides. You're not going to place any tape or any adhesive up on top. Okay, this is where our little tags are going to slide in and out. You're going to go ahead and take that off. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and place this on your little flap here. Okay, and I'm just trying to make sure I got it straight. So, okay, go. So now you should have, and then you can go ahead and you can burnish in the middle part. Okay, there we go. Just like that. All right, and now you should have some room in here for like a tag. Okay, and Your tag should measure about 3 and 3 1/8 or 3 1/4. Okay, by, I think it's going to be by 5. Yeah, it's going to be about 5 inches. Okay, and so it should be around 3 1/4 by 5 inches. So let's go ahead and cut a piece of cardstock at 5. Let's see. Three and a quarter. Okay. By 5. Okay, which ends up looking like this. And this should just slide right in there. Now, if it's a little tight, then go ahead and cut it down. Mine is a little tight, so maybe 3/8 of an inch might be a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that down 1/8 of an inch, and that will probably work fine. So yeah, just like that. Okay. So and then if you even want to go further down, you could even do 3 inches because it was still kind of a little tight. So 3 by 5 is probably a good. So we're going to do 3 by 5. Yeah, see, and that slides down really nice. So 3 by 5 here and 3 by 5 here. So on both sides, you'll want 3 by 5 on both sides of these, okay? And then, of course, you can round your corners or whatever you would like to do. I will be using the Ultimate Crafts die, and I'm going to be using this right here as my tab holder. So what I do with these is I just go ahead and I fold them in half. And I think I've showed this several times before. And then I go ahead and I just cut off this part here. So you can cut it off wherever you would like. You can cut it off here. Okay, and this just gives you some more ideas to use for your dies. Okay, and then here you can, or you can even cut it down further. Okay, so if you wanted to, you can cut this down further, just like this. Okay. Just like that, and then leave that little spot, and then tuck that in there just like that. And that just, like this right here. And then what I do is I go ahead and grab one piece, and I'll put the glue around the top part and around the sides. Okay. And I will grab the other piece and stick that on there just like that. Okay. And then that leaves this part opened like that, right? And then that's where you can go ahead and put your glue on either side. Okay. And then you can just stick that on there just like that. Right in the middle. And you can always get your wipey and, you know, clean up the glue. So let me see. Oh. So I'll just grab my wipey here, and I'll just clean up my little glue just like that. Off my finger. And there you go. So there is that. So, and again, we just need to make 2 of these that will fit right there. Okay, just like that. And then you can also put pictures here. So this will flap open like this. Then once you mat down all of your other papers on here, this right here, you're going to put like a little tuck spot so this can close. So that will be your journaling card. These will open like this. This right here, I just fussy cut out that piece from the title page, back of the title page where our little cards are, and flowers. And you'll just stick either a picture there or whatever you would like. Here, I went ahead and used some of, because I didn't have I had certain pieces in my stash that wouldn't go all the way to the end, and that's okay. So you can definitely use some of your strips that you have left over on the ends of these, and you can just go ahead and use them in as text spots for your photo. So your photo will go all the way to the end here, or you could just place your photo on top of that. So, but one thing that I did is down here on this one, okay, I added our lace. So I wanted to add the lace up here. And so basically, I was going to go ahead and show y'all how I did that. So I went ahead and cut some lace, and I think that's, yeah, this is the piece right here. So I just go ahead and I put glue down here and then on the sides like you do for your pockets. And I just go ahead and I lay my lace down right on top of that. Okay, just like that. Okay. Just like that. And that is going to just be decoration, but I really like this lace. I thought it so pretty. It looked so pretty. So, and it's just going to lay down like that. Okay. Just like that. So that is going to be something really nice to your photo. So it'll just slide right in there just like that. Okay, and then on the bottom too. And then this will close in just like this. Your little journal card will go ahead and help keep that closed. And then here, we're going to go ahead and do the layout on this side together. Okay, so you will need a piece that is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 3/8. You will need a piece that is 3 by 4. And then you will need a piece that is 4 by 6, okay? And then you will need 2 doilies, okay? So for this piece, we're going to go ahead and mount this right over. And this, again, is your mat for your page. And it is 9 3/4 by 9 3/4. Oops. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue in here. Just like that. And then again, just make sure if you're leaving a border to leave that border how you like it. And apologize for my head being in the way, y'all. Let's see, just bring that down just a bit and grab my little guy here and burnish this page right in. And I picked this, I thought it was a nice contrast from here to here, and I thought it would just look really pretty next to each other. So I thought that would look really nice. So don't know if I need glue on this top part. I do. So sometimes I miss the edges of my corners. That's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do the layout. And what you're going to do is we are going to go ahead, and I took a picture of it so I know where all my stuff is supposed to be laid out. So let me go back. Okay. So for this one here, we are going to go ahead and have a doily up here. Okay. A doily down here, so they're right from across from each other, okay, just like that. So we can go ahead and lay these down. And again, I'm just putting a little bit of glue around the inside of the circle and then on the outer edge, like on the edging of the doily, okay? I don't put a lot of glue on these because they can tear very easy. So, and then I put some, like a little dot around those little areas right in the middle part where there's not an opening. So, and then here I'm just going to lay that down just like that. And definitely use a wipey or whatever you can to lay that down, okay? And just kind of, you don't want to rub too hard. Just lay that down. And then again here. And then right, see, you just want to put little dots right in those little areas where there's not an opening. Okay. And then right on the edge of your doily. Again, I'm not putting a lot of glue, just a little tiny bit. Okay. And then you want that in this corner down here. Okay. Just like that. Okay, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get your 4x6 piece. Okay, and I think I have pencil marks on it or something. So you're going to go ahead and place that down here. And you're going to leave it, you're actually going to just put it right up here, up above these flowers here. Okay, and you're going to leave just a little tiny bit of this doily showing here. Okay, so I'm going to do the layout and then we'll glue everything down. Then here you're going to place this here. Actually, we're going to, yeah, that'll be good. Okay, so here we're going to place this here. And you're going to leave about a 1/8 inch from there. This 3 1/4 by 4 3/8 piece is going to be laid down like this. Okay, and you want it pretty centered with this one or right on like the edging matched up. Okay, so it's going to look like that. That is going to be the layout. Then you are going to take one of the roses. Okay, doesn't matter which one, whichever one you want, and you're going to place that here. All right, and you're only going to glue this piece part down here. Okay, you're going to not glue this to the photo mat because then your photo won't slide down in through there. So that's where that's going to go. Then you're going to go ahead and you are going to get one of your little tags. Okay, and it doesn't matter which one, whichever one you would like. So this one here is the one I'm going to use. Okay. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to lay that down right here on the bottom part. All right. And then if you have one of those tags left or whatever you have left over, one of these, okay, you can definitely go ahead and pop that down in here just like that. Okay. So that's going to be your little journaling card or, you know, whatever you would like. So that's going to go down just like that. And I think, yeah, I had popped it down right here. So this, I'm going to go ahead and glue down right now. because I want to make sure I know where this one goes. So this little guy is going right here. Okay, right there, just like that. And that's going to be our little tuck spot for our tag. Okay, but you can do however you want, you know, your little tags and such. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I am going to, let me clean up this mess. And I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down. So you want to leave a little bit of doily showing on this side. Okay. And there you go. There's your map for your photo here. And then here we're going to go ahead and mount that one there. Just like that. Okay. And then this is going to go down here like that. Just like that. Alrighty. And then now you can go ahead and burnish everything in. Yay! And I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of this little part of the doily. And this part. If you have little parts that are sticking up from your doily, just glue those down. Okay. And then here we're going to go ahead and put this here. Okay. Or you could set it here. That looks nice too. Kind of like that. This is going to go right here in between that. Okay, so that is a little tuck area right there. And see, you can actually put these little flowers all over the place if you want. So there's not that many, but that's why I saved some of the little pieces that we have in our stash. We'll have like little things like this. You can definitely cut those out, okay? They will be a little bit larger than the ones that are here, but that's okay. So don't worry about that. So here we're going to go ahead and stick this one here. Again, you don't want to put it all over, because if you put it on top of your photo, it will not, what do you call it? Your photo won't be able to go under that, okay? So there is that piece right there. And then you want to make sure that your photo is going to go under there. So I don't know, did I glue that? I did. I did glue that. So if you have to, lift it up real quick and there we go. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that works. Okay, so that will work. Okay, so I have a little bit of glue there. And if you have a glue eraser or anything like that, you want to go ahead and grab that glue eraser. And if you're like me, I get glue on just about everything. So go ahead and use that glue eraser to kind of remove some glue from wherever you need to on your pages. Okay. And then here we're going to go ahead and put this one down here. And then I think, let's see, or wait, maybe we'll put this one here. Up here. Like that. And then we can put one down here maybe. I wanted one down there, but it doesn't quite look right, so I'm not sure. I don't want to put down here, maybe nothing. So maybe I'll just stick it down here like this. Just like that. Okay, So there is that. And then if you wanted to, you can always add another little piece of your die cutouts. Okay. These are really nice accents to have. So you can definitely use those. So, okay. And then I'm going to go back through and I will definitely, later I will use some of our little strands here on some of our pages. So, but I'm going to get everything done first, and then we'll go back and do that. So there is your book, you guys. So now we can go ahead. I'm going to do one more tag. We're going to do one more tag here. Okay, and of course, this is an area where you can put a photo here. Or you could add, whatever you'd like here. You can definitely add another flower here. Just to put something up there. Give it some color. I like to have a lot of color in my photo albums, so something like that, and then you could just slide your picture right in there, so your picture will slide just right there, just like that. How pretty is that? Oh my gosh, that is going to be so pretty. So now we're on to the back of page 3. Okay, page 3, you will be using this right here. And it's this music sheet with the flowers up on top, kind of scuffed or distressed looking. And then on the back, it has the little birds on that. Okay, and we've already used these little birds before, but we have not used this piece yet. So we're going to go ahead and use that piece for right here, and then on to page 4 after we do page 3. Okay, so page 3, you're going to go ahead and cut your, you're going to go ahead and cut out your paper at 9 3/4 by 9 3/4. Okay, we are going to use circles again. Okay, from the circle die, and again, I cut 2 large circles out. You will go ahead and cut around the stitched part, so this circle will fit inside that white circle. Okay, so we will cut right around here like we did with our last circle. Okay, just like this, all the way around. Okay. Like that. Okay, and then this little guy will fit right inside of there, and then this is going to go on our page. Okay, and then you will need 2 smaller circles, and so the smaller circles that we're going to be using will be from the die collection. Okay, and again, the die is the Elizabeth's Stitched Circle die, and you can find that over at JSN Hobbies. Okay, and so the smaller circles are going to be this one here. So they're going to be 2 small circles, just like this, and it is the 4th die in there. Okay, so, or actually the 5th die, because of this is the big one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 5th die that's in there. And so you'll use this one, and then you will cut out 4 of these, well, 2 in the white cardstock, and then you will cut out 2 in your pattern paper. Okay, so we will be doing that. And of course, you can use whatever pattern paper you want. I used this one. And it actually, I don't know if I have that one still. Nope. I only have 2 pieces left of the full sheet, you guys. 4. so we are getting down to the wire. so I will be using this piece right here, okay, and it looks like that on the back. All right, so I'll be using this here, and then I will probably be using a couple of these right here. So I'll go ahead and cut out 2 from this bird sheet here. So I'll be cutting out here probably, and then here. So alrighty. So I will be doing that. And then, so you'll want to go ahead and get those circles cut. And again, 2 in the white and 2 in your pattern paper for the smaller circle. Okay. 1 of the large white and 1 of the large pattern paper circle, and then you'll cut off that stitching off of the pattern papers, okay, and put that on top of the white circles, okay, and then you'll want to cut down this piece as well, okay, and we'll go ahead and put that on here. All right, so okay, I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So for the back of page 3, okay, I already mounted my mat on my page. And again, you're going to have 2 circles that are with your design paper, 2 circles that are out of white cardstock, okay. You are going to cut the edge of that stitch off of the pattern papers, okay, so just like this. So you're going to cut those off, okay, just like that, and so let's see here, I'm going to get this cut off. There we go. Okay, so, and then these are going to fit inside of your little circle, just like this, okay. And then so you're going to mount these down with glue or your adhesive. You're going to put 1 here. Before you lay this down, I want you to get 1 of your doilies from the packet, okay? And I'm telling you, these doilies are so awesome, you guys. I don't know if you've ever used doilies a lot on your albums or your page layouts, cards, but sometimes they're a little bit hard to get apart, and you don't want to pull it because it rips, right? So these do not do that. I'm telling you, you grab 1 little one and it just comes apart. So super easy. I can't even tell. They're like butter, guys. Seriously, look at how easy they just spread apart. So I just absolutely love these doilies. So I want to grab 1 doily, okay, for right now. And I want you to take the corner piece of your book, okay, and I want you to wrap that doily around it and kind of press it down with your fingers, okay, just like that. All right, that is where you're going to cut, okay. So you're going to cut this piece off. So you're going to have a little square piece like that, okay. So you're going to cut that, and you are going to mount that down, okay? So turn it this way, just like this, okay? Just like that, and there you go. And that is going to go right in the corner, just like that, okay? When you mount this down, okay, this is how I would do it. I would go ahead and put some glue on the top of your page first, just in that corner area, okay? You don't want a lot of glue, and then just kind of make a little ring, you know, just a little thing like that. Then go ahead and put your doily in on that, in that area. Okay, just like that, okay? And then go back in, and if you need to add glue, just, whoops, add glue right there. Added glue way out here, which I didn't need to. So I'm going to grab my little wipey. And then just add glue where you need to. If it folds up or whatever, you know, you don't want to add a lot of glue, but add enough to where it will tack down. All right. Just like that. Grab this piece right here. Just like that. Okay. So I will be right back. I'm going to go ahead and grab my phone. This is my daughter calling. And I'm going to go ahead and attach these together and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So this is our back of our third page, and I did the layout. So after you get your circles adhered together and everything, this is how your layout is going to be. You're going to need 3 pieces that are cut by 4 1/8 by 3 1/8, okay? And so you're going to need 3 of those, and those are just going to go right down just like this, okay? Then you're going to need 1 piece that is 4 1/2 by 6, okay? And this can vary in size. It depends on how big your photo is or whatever. And this will just lay right on top of there, just like that. So you can have a longer photo if you choose to, if you want to do that. Your big circle is going to lay right in the corner of your doily right here, okay? And then your smaller circle is going to lay on top of the big circle. Then the next circle is going to lay right on top of the smaller, the small circle, okay? So kind of like an L, I guess. So it's kind of wonky a little, but that's okay. That's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these down and be right back. Hi guys. Okay, so we finished laying this down. Okay, and I went ahead and put this little saying right here. I thought that was a really nice touch, and it says cultivate kindness. So I just thought that was really sweet right there. So everything is adhered down. So now we're going to go ahead and move on over. And I'm going to erase this glue. I think I have glue there. Something. So, okay. So on this page here, on page 4, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and cut your piece. Okay, it looks like this on top, and then it looks like this on the back. And you're going to go ahead and cut this at 9 3/4 by 9 3/4. Okay, you're going to need 1 piece of doily. Okay, that's going to fit right down here. You're going to go ahead and cut a piece that is 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And that is going to be for a large photo mat right here. Okay. And I wanted to go ahead and stick some photo mats in here. So I thought what we would do is on this side here, we would go ahead and get our X-Acto knife and cut this line right here. At first I was thinking here would be nice, but it would be in the way the photos mat would be in the way of this. So I thought a large photo mat might be really nice to slide in behind here. So we're going to go ahead and measure out this piece here. And again, you're going to leave 1/4 inch from here, from the top, and then 1/4 inch from the bottom. Get your X-Acto knife and follow that line right here all the way to your 1/4 inch mark. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my ruler. Okay, and I'm just lining it up with that end of that little doily image. I'm going to mark where 1/4 inch is. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and, so I'm going to mark where 1/4 inch is with my pencil. And you can definitely erase this once we're done. Okay. I'm just going to turn this over this way. Again, mark where 1/4 inch is on that doily. Okay. Right there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and move this off to the side. Okay, you're going to go ahead and grab your X-Acto knife, and you're just going to follow that line down again. Again, you're going to follow this. See where the stitching is right here? There's a line right here at the end of that doily image, and you're just going to follow that all the way down, okay, to your 1/4 inch mark. Okay, now you don't have to do this if you don't want to, okay. This is just something that I like to do on my pages, and I thought it would be nice to go ahead and fit, like you could fit an 8 by, was it 8? An 8 by 5, or you know, whatever, a big size photo in here. Okay, so there is our little cut there, and go ahead and make sure that it's cut all the way to that end there. Okay, and there we go, right there. Okay, just like that. Okay, so when we glue this down, you can go ahead and you're going to put glue or your tape all the way through here. Okay, so again, you're going to go ahead and glue this down. You're going to put glue or your tape, okay, a 1/4 inch on this here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use my score tape for this part. All right, and I usually use my glue too, but this part I can use the tape, and it's just going to go like that on the, and then on this side a 1/4 inch. Okay, and as you can see, I'm not pulling my tape. Okay, I'm actually just laying it down. Okay, and there's that, and then here I'm going to go ahead and put my tape. I can put tape here, and then I'm going to put glue on the inside of that. Okay, so that, and then I'm going to burnish this down real good. Put tape on the other side. Now you're not going to put glue in the inside of this area, this large area. You are not going to add any glue or adhesive in there unless you're not going to add a large photo in that pocket area. Okay, so there's that. So now we can go ahead and we can take this off. And I'm going to go ahead and put some glue in here, just like that. Put glue on the edge of that. Okay. And you can definitely put glue on top of your tape if you want to. It's not going to hurt anything. It just adds to the adhering down. Okay. So you're going to bring your book over. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to stand up for this part. I'm just going to go ahead and, oops, make sure you have any type of little tapees that are poking out, that they are folded in. Okay. And just want to make sure I'm even here. Okay. And there we go. So when you adhere this part right here, a good thing to do is to get your X-Acto knife or something and kind of lift up on that, okay? Or you can grab your bone folder as well. So if I can find mine. I had it earlier. There it is. Okay, then that way you can go ahead and lift that up, and you can definitely just rub that down just like that. Okay, and then go ahead and burnish the rest of the page down. Okay, just like that. Okay, and I don't know, I got some pencil mark or something there. Okay. And again, you can erase those little pencil marks. You can't even really see them, to tell you the truth. So, okay. There you go. So now you have a nice big pocket for a nice big photo mat. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to place your picture down here, okay? First, we're going to put our little doily down here, okay? And I am just putting some glue around the doily a little bit, okay? Again, just kind of pat it down. Once you get it patted down, then you can kind of rub that in, okay? Just like that. Alrighty. And then your picture mat can go right here. Now, if you have this die, okay, you can definitely cut this into little corner pieces, okay? You can definitely do that. You can cut those out. And I showed how to do that in the La Traviata album that I did a few months back, okay? So you can definitely go through my channel and check out how to use this die for different things, okay? And I show you how to do that. If you have the circle die, you can actually cut out the circles and also make can cut out this little circle, and you can make some little corner pieces where your photo can slide into, okay? So that is something that you can do with that as well. If you have, okay, we have the doilies this time, right? So what we're going to do with our doilies is we're actually going to use these as our corner pieces, okay? So granted, they're not going to be very colorful, okay? They'll be white, all right? But you can, if you want to, definitely use some of your paper for this, okay? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut out some doilies. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your doily, grab your picture frame or your mat, your photo mat. You're going to wrap this here, press this down, wrap it around this part, press it down, and you're going to cut that out, okay? And this is just another way to use up things that you have, especially when you get these doilies. Oh my God, they're so pretty, you guys. I love doilies. I absolutely love them. So there you go. So there is a way you can use doilies right in the corner right there. Okay. What you can do is you can grab your paper. So let's say you want to use something like this. Okay. You can go ahead, put this in the corner. Okay. And just cut around it. Go underneath your doily. Okay. And cut it at a half circle. Okay. Just like that. Okay. So now you have your little piece for your doily, just like that. Okay. And again, okay, you can actually use this piece as your guide. Okay. So what are you going to do? You're going to put this on top of your doily, just like this. You can cut that piece out. Okay. So you're going to put it on there. Okay. And you're just going to go ahead and cut your doily. Just like that. Okay. So there is your next piece. All right. So now you've got two pieces right there for your picture mat. Okay. And again, you can do the same thing. Just go all the way around your doily until you have all your little corner pieces for your photo frame. Okay. For your photo mat. I mean, so again, you can grab this piece, put it on the corner of something, use it as your guide. Okay. So, and they're not going to be perfect, and that's okay because it's going to be underneath your doily. And, you know, we don't have to be like straight on perfect. It's going to fit right underneath your doily, just like that, right? But at least you'll have a little bit of color underneath there, right? So you will definitely have a little bit of color to your picture, okay? And your picture will slide right up under there. And how you're going to do that is you're going to go ahead, you're going to put some glue on top of these little guys here that you cut out. Put your doily on top of that. Okay. Get your glue. You are going to only put the glue on the edges. All right, just the edges. That's it. And you're going to go ahead and put that right on top of your photo piece, just like that. Okay. And if you have any little pieces that are hanging off, you can definitely get those off of there. You can cut those off. Okay, there you go. So there is your little photo thing. Your little photo is going to go right underneath there, just like that. Okay, so all the way around, you're going to do all four corners just like that. Once you get done, then you can place this down here. Okay, and then you can make a big mat for the inside of here, or you can make several mats. It doesn't have to be one big, huge one. It can be several different ones. So if you wanted to, you just go ahead and grab piece. I'm just going to grab some pieces that I have in my stash here. Okay, so now we have our picture mat in here, okay, and I went ahead and adhered it down, and we finished making our little corner pieces out of our doily. And I'm going to bring this up close so you guys can see it. Okay. And then on this side here, I went ahead and made some mats. Okay. Now you can do a large 8x10 mat in here. It will, you may need to cut it down though. Okay. The 8x10 may not fit because of the closure right here, it will bend. Okay. So what you might want to do is go ahead and do an 8x9 photo. Okay. Mat. And that will fit perfectly. Okay. You could do a mat that is, again, 9x8. Okay. And then, so let me write this down. So you could do an 8x9 mat, photo mat. Okay. And then you could also do a 8x9.5 photo mat. Now, you know, your photos, just place them on there. They could either be landscape, or they could be, what do they call it? Oh, I forget. Vertical or horizontal. Let's just say that. Okay. So your photos could be vertical or horizontal, however you want to put them in your pocket. And you could fit several of the big photos in here. Or you could just, again, do little layouts if you wanted to on here, okay? It's totally up to you. And again, your pullouts can vary as well. So if you wanted to do some pullouts, you could use your little, these little guys here. Okay. So again, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on here. It says, "Love you to the moon and back." And I just think that's so cute. So we're going to stick that one on there. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trace this on here. Okay. Again, you can trace these, and then that way you have a nice backing for it. So you have a backing on each side. Okay. And then just cut that out. Let me grab, now where did the other piece go? Oh, there it is. I was like, well, now where did the other piece go? So I'm going to go ahead and just put glue on half of this right here. Okay. My glue is coming out like super fast for some reason. And I'm going to go ahead and take this piece that we cut out, put that on top of there. Okay. And I know it's going to, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this on the photo mat. Okay. So it's saying sandwiches in between there, just like that. Okay. Just like that. So there is one of your photo mats, and I think I off-centered it, but that's okay. So this will fit in your pocket just like this here. And then I'm going to put the other one on this side here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out some more of these, put this on here, and then we will be on to the back of page 4. Okay, guys, so we are done with page 4. And again, I went ahead and added our little sentiments to the top of our photo mats. Okay, and that's what they look like on the back. And then both of them can just fit in here. And again, you can add more if you want to. It's totally up to you. And then we have our photo here that is a 5x7 photo, and that is about it, you guys. So we're going to turn this over on this side. And then for our page 4, I will be right back. Hi guys. Okay, so we are on the back of page 4. And so for the back of page 4, you are going to need we're going to make a waterfall. So you'll need 6 pieces that are 4.5 by 6, and you'll score 1/2 inch on your left hand side, okay? And so you will fold these and go ahead and put tape on the back of these. So an easy way to do this, okay, is to flip all of them over once they're scored, fold it down, okay, go ahead and burnish that down, grab your tape, and put your tape on each as you go. So, and then go ahead and turn that tape off, burnish up, put it to the side, again, fold it over, burnish down, okay, just burnish that down, put your tape on, just like this, okay, and keep going. So, and then just put them to the side. So that's an easy way on how to get all those done at one time. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab your piece of paper, okay, and you're going to cut it. It looks like this, and then the back looks like this, okay. You're going to cut it at 9 3/4 by 9 3/4, okay, and then that is going to be for the back of page 4. You're going to need 2 pieces of doily, okay. One's going to go here, and the other one's going to go there, okay. And then you're going to go ahead and cut 2 pockets, okay, and you're going to do 2 of these. One is going to be, okay, and one piece is going to be 4 1/4 by 4 1/8. Okay, you're going to score at 3/8 and then at 1/2 inch. And then on the other side, you're going to score again at 3/8 and 1/2 inch. You're going to turn it and score at 3/8 and 1/2 inch. Okay, and that is going to be, let's see here. On the 4 1/4 inch side, you're going to go ahead and score at 3/8 and 1/2 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch, and then you're going to turn it to the 4 1/8 inch side. Okay, so the 4 1/8 inch side here, like that, and you're going to score at 3/8 and 1/2 inch. All right, so that's how you're going to do that, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut at that second little triangle thing there. Okay, cut there. Okay, or the X part, because you want it to have a little a little what do you call it, seam right there, just like that. Okay, so when you put this together, okay, and actually you could cut that little piece out. So you can either go ahead and trim that off just like that, and it's just at that second, that X part, okay, but you want it to have a little bit of a little seam right there. Okay, see how it's about 1/8 inch, and same thing here. Okay, so you want that to have a little seam as well. And I'm going to show you how to put this together. Okay, and so when you put it together, it's going to look like this. Okay, like a little box, kind of, sort of like that. Okay, because you want it to have that little side right there. Okay, so go ahead and put, you can put tape on here, or you could use your glue, whatever you'd like. Okay, this piece, I forgot to tell you the measurement, so I got ahead of myself. This piece right here is going to measure at 3¼ by 4¼ okay? And I went ahead and used my little scallop punch that I got from JS Hobbies and Crafts, and I love this punch. It has the little cute little dots in the middle of that scallop. So, so cute. So again, this is 3¼ by 4¼ okay? And this is actually going to sit right on top of this guy. Okay. And he's going to be a little bit bigger than what we wanted. So we may need to cut him down some. Okay. And you're just going to fit him right on top of there, just like that. Just make sure he's centered on there with the little pockets. Okay. So you want to make sure he's centered on there. Just bring him in, okay? And that's why it may be easier for you to use glue, because with glue you can kind of maneuver around a bit. With the adhesive tape, you won't be able to do that. You'll have to be like spot on there, okay? So here you're going to go ahead and cut that bottom piece off. Okay, we're just going to cut that off. So we don't need that. All right, and I think I cut off my little bottom of my thingy there. Okay, just like that. All right, and so that is actually going to be a pocket for our little booklet that we made earlier. And so that is going to sit in there just like that. And we're going to put this little guy right here, right next to our waterfall. So that is what we are going to do. So hopefully that will work out. So I'm going to go ahead and get these doilies done, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the tape on the back of these, and then I will be right back and we will put this together. Okay, so I'm back. So now we're going to put on a waterfall. So I went ahead and put my page on and put our 2 doilies on. We made our little book, and I went ahead and covered my little book holder just with some strips of the, extra design papers that we have. So I just used the scraps that are off to the side here, and basically they're just this right here. So I just did that, and that, I think it looks cute. So just trying to use some of the scraps that we have, So, okay, so to do our waterfall, we're going to go ahead and start it right here like this, okay? And I'm going to leave about a 1/4 inch border on the side here, and then up on top, okay? And then, it will go this way. So you're going to go ahead and remove, and if you're seasoned in making mini albums, then you know the drill. If you are not, then this is how you make a waterfall. Okay, now I'm using glue and tape. Okay, you don't have to if you don't want to. I just have been doing this lately because it's been so humid here, and I don't want this to come off at any point. So, and I'm trying to be as straight as I can, y'all. Okay, so that is how that goes on, just like that. Now you'll fold back. You will burnish that down, okay, just like that. Okay, so we'll burnish that down. Then you'll grab your next one, okay, and you will go ahead and peel that tape off, and you will butt this up right against this here. So this will be butt up right against this here. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on here. Not a lot, okay? Just a tiny bit. And I'm just going to butt that up against that right there. Okay. And then, okay, just like that. All right. And then again, you're going to go ahead and burnish that down. And you're going to keep doing that all across the way. Okay. So again, and make sure, like, if you have any like little pieces of your tape that are showing, just go ahead and push those inside or cut those off. Okay. Again, you're going to go ahead and push this part, whoops, right up against your last hinge here, okay, from your waterfall. Okay, just like that. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and burnish that in. Okay, and then again, same thing here. Okay, and I'm just gonna butt that up right against that waterfall right there, or that little hinge right there. Make sure you burnish it down really good. Okay. And then once I get a good, once I put them all in there, I go ahead and I burnish them all down together. Okay. Now you can go ahead and mat these if you want to. Okay. I haven't matted mine yet, and I'm not sure if I will. Sometimes I wait till the end of my book to mat these, so I know I have enough paper to finish my book. But if you have bought, we are using 2 pads with this book, 2 pads of the Bob and Betty. But if you bought 3, then, you will definitely have enough to cover your waterfall. Okay. And again, you're just going to go ahead and burnish that in just like that. Okay. And you are done. So there is your waterfall. So that is done. Now, a closure for this, okay, you could do one of 2 things. You can, before you put this on, and I should have explained this before, and I apologize, you can add a little band here, okay, or you can use ribbon like some people do, but I figured we would close it with this here. So this should be an easy closure for here. And we also have some beads. So we have some flat back pearls that we can use as well to make a closure. Okay. And I am going to show you how to do that. But I thought that this would be a good closure as well. So I went ahead and put tape on the back of my little pocket here. Okay. And I'm going to take off all of this tape. Okay. Take that off. Just like that. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to push this down, and I'm going to go ahead and put this right at the edge of the bird tail. Okay. And a little bit right above the bottom of the doily that we have right here. Okay. And I'm just going to burnish that in really good. Okay, and you can grab your bone folder. Okay, and then slide your book in. And that is going to hold your waterfall down. Okay, so that is a way you can do it without magnets. Okay, and like I said before, you can definitely put an arm in through here and put a magnet down, and that's what usually some people do, and I've done that before and it works great. I love that. And so but right now, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this out, flip these over, and put that back in so it holds it back. And we're going to do a little layout. So basically you're going to have two that are 2 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 little picture frames, little pictures, and we're just going to put them like this. Okay, now you can definitely go ahead and you can put these on some of the extra paper that we have. Like if we have, let's see, so like we have this little piece right here that's an extra piece. You can definitely go ahead and mat that down and just put that right there, just like that. However you want to do. You could also use some of your strips here that are the extra strips. Okay, you can also put just some little pieces here like this. Okay, on the top part. Like I know we have like some of these. Okay, where you could just slide your picture down in there. Okay, so you could definitely add some of these here. So you can go ahead and put just a little bit of glue on that. Okay. All right. And then you can just cut off the excess. Okay, just like that. And then here you can add this piece onto here. Okay. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do here in just a sec. So just going to go ahead and add that onto there. Okay. And then here you're going to go ahead and just cover that up. So it's going to go like this, or you can have them on top of each other like that. Okay, so that way it covers up this little spot right here. Okay, so you can just go ahead and put that on top of there. Now what you're going to do is you are going to go ahead and you're going to put this one down first. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this one down first. Alrighty, because the other one, and I'm just gonna, so I don't want to angle it that much. I'm gonna go ahead and angle it just like that. Okay, and I am leaving this opened so you can slide your picture down in there. Okay, this piece right here, and where is, I got some glue on here. Okay, this piece right here, you are going to attach this piece on top of this border here, but you're not going to put any glue right here. Okay, unless your border goes all the way to the edge, then you can go ahead and put glue on there, but I don't want you to, because what will happen is your picture will end up sticking. It won't fall back in through there. Okay, so if you have a picture it won't go back there. Okay, so you don't want to glue this piece on top of this piece here. Okay, only on top of that little border right there that we put down. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead, and I'm going to move this back. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue back here. Okay, and I'm going to glue that down just like that. All right. Now any spots that need glue, you're definitely going to just lift up, and you're just going to go ahead and lay the glue down. Okay, just like I did. All right, just like that. Hey, Laura. Before she goes to bed. Okay, so there is your pictures. So I left this little guy here. I thought he was so cute, and I didn't want to bug him, so I didn't want to cover him up. Okay. So next we're on to page 5, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and close this up. So that is going to, and you can definitely go ahead and put strips in between here. So just like we do with our gussets, you're going to go ahead and just add some strips right in between there. And those should be, you might want to cut them at, let's see, a 1/2 inch, so maybe a 3/8 inch. You'll want to go ahead and cut those down at 3/8 inch, and just so they'll be 3/8 inch by 6. Okay, so that's how those will be there. And there's your little book. So, and then everything will stay closed. So yay! So now we're on to page 5. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and maneuver this over this way. This is the page that's going to go on the front of page 5, okay? And it looks like this in the front, and it looks like that on the back, okay? So this is going to be the front of page 5. The back of page 5 is going to look like this, okay? And look like that on the back, okay? Which is this page right here. So this right here is the back of page 5. And that is going to go just like that. Okay, so you can cut both of those down to 9 3/4 by 9 3/4 and attach those to your pages. And I will be right back.